Texas Tech, Missouri, as you mentioned, they have a really good system, but you can't just plug anybody in there and run that system. Graham Harrell has done a tremendous job since he's been there, as has Chase. And so, I think the term comes from because they throw it so much, their numbers are going to always be big.
Coach, on the other side of the ball, they're scoring defense better this year, and obviously the numbers are better for them on defense too. What do you see on film? Is it a major difference? Is it just a couple fundamental things for them?
It's not any structural difference from what they've done in the past. Ruffin McNeil has done a really good job of getting the guys to play hard. They play very sound. They're playing with a lot of confidence. Then I think the other thing that happens, because their offense scores a lot of points, a lot of times you find yourself behind. And when you get behind, you start pressing and trying to do more than is there, and that usually leads to turnovers.
Coach Davis, when you look at playing Tech, do you think to yourself sometimes, we're going to have to score this many points to beat them? I mean, as many points as they score?
Well, we go into every ball game trying to have an overall game plan, from Coach Brown's viewpoint. And certainly when you play a team that has scored as many points as Texas Tech has in the past, and again this year, you realize going in that you may have to score a lot of points. At the same time, we've got a lot of confidence in our defense. Oklahoma State was averaging 47 points, and so and 28 ended up being enough to win the ball game. But you do understand that they go for a lot of fourth downs. They stay on the field a lot, and they throw and catch it extremely well. And when that's the case, you start early in the week talking to your players that it may take a lot of points.
Coach, you ever coached against a guy as unique as Coach Leach?
Probably not. He does a great job. He does a tremendous job. He's a guy that, and I don't know him extremely well, but my dealings with him, he's a lot of fun. He loves what he does, and that's what most good coaches that I've been around, they have a passion for what they do. They enjoy it, and you can see that in Mike.
How have these past few games helped your team?
Well, I think we've done something that had not been done here, and anytime you say that about a Texas program, that's a pretty big statement, in that we've beat three top 10 teams in a row, and so it gives you a sense of being battle tested. The guys have been there; they've been pressed, they've performed well, and it gives you some confidence now. Now you got to go do it. We did it at a neutral site and then at home. Now we got to go do it on the road.
How different is what you have to tell Colt after he turns the ball over this year compared to last year and then his freshman year?
Well, every one of those things are different. The one the other night was a run-pass option where we had a run called. He got a press coverage on Quan and liked the look. And what I told him on that one, I said, I know totally why you did what you did, but when you pull the ball and the guy forced an inside release, just throw it away and we'll play second down. And he said, Coach, I understand, totally, I'm with you. Those are different than when you're going the wrong spot with the ball, or you're trying to do something that is not there. I totally understood what happened. Didn't like it, but I totally understood what happened on that particular play, and just something we got to grow from.
But is his mindset different? Is he mentally stronger this year?
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, that comes with success, and it comes with the kind of year he's having, and he's able to put those things behind him.
Coach, should we talk about how playing in Lubbock, Texas and Tech always seem to have closer games when it's
Well, it's a unique place to play. It will be sold out. It will be extremely loud, and they make doing things at the line of scrimmage really hard. Seems like we always play at night out there. It gives them a chance to enjoy the day prior to our game, and so I know it'll be a wild crowd when we go out there.
Coach, you did run the ball especially well last Saturday, and conventional wisdom says keep Tech's offense off the field. Will you emphasize that this week, or try to put some more wrinkles in the run game?
Well, I think trying to keep them off the field, there's a couple different ways to do it. We felt like we needed to keep Oklahoma State off the field, and we had the ball for over 33 minutes in the game. So in doing that, you can either do it with making a lot of first downs in the short passing game, in many cases serves as runs for us. But I'm not dodging the question. We need to run the ball better, especially when we need to run the ball. I mean, there's times in a ball game that you need to be able to line up and run the clock, and we did not get that accomplished Saturday. So, we'll work on it this week, and hopefully we'll be better when we go to Lubbock.
I know it's a very relative term based on how the amount of success you guys have had this year, but do you think that from an offensive standpoint, you played your worst game against Oklahoma State, bearing in mind that all the other ones have been so good?
Well, we turned the ball over twice, and we felt like we left some points on the field. The fumble was a situation where, Coach stepped up in the pocket. He was looking for the back, and the back got pinned because of a twist that was going on, and Chris was unable to get out. And at that point, we should have thrown the ball away or just taken the sack, and then we had a field goal opportunity from relatively short distance. And so, but we did play for the third time this year without a penalty offensively. That's pretty unusual. And so we're playing smart in a lot of ways, and that always helps. But we need to score more points than 28.
What was Henry Melton like when you had him on your side of the ball?
Well, he was much younger and just excited about being in there. We used him in our short yardage package. And, it's exciting for me to see Henry come in from where he was, a high school tailback, and, short yardage back, then move over to defensive end. Now the success he's having, it's one of the neat things about coaching.